The question to ask yourself now is, why haven't you been able to systemize your business to the level that you would have liked? I noticed, I mean, there are a lot of people in 5s and 6s and things like that. We all know that they're important, but what is it that you feel, and you can type it into the chat, what is it that makes you feel like this has been getting in the way of you systemizing your business? Is there anything? So someone's mentioned understaffed, overwhelmed, overloaded. So there's, just keep typing those in, like too complex. Yeah. And again, I had a lot of this baggage as well when I started thinking about systemizing my business, and things got in the way of doing it. And we know that we need to do it, but for whatever reason, we haven't yet quite got it to the level that we want. So a big part of this is, even though we know it's important, it's not urgent. And I think that a big part of this is that baggage that you might have. You might have in your head this picture of what a systemized business looks like and what a documented process looks like. And you think about McDonald's and what they've been able to build. And that's oftentimes a business that pops into mind when you think about a systemized business. And they've done so much work systemizing their business that helps and contributes to this idea of overwhelm, because you see what they've done in 60 years. You're looking at where you are right now, and then you think, I have to go from here to there. That's what systemization looks like. A systemized business is over here. But there's just so much work to be done. So again, a big part of this is just simplifying it. That helps to reduce that overwhelm. And I'm seeing that in the chat quite a bit, this idea of that the overwhelm is what kind of gets in the way of you getting the work done. And if we just simplify it down to the simplest possible piece, and that's, again, a big part of what we cover with the critical client flow, is if you can't systemize the simple, you'll never systemize the complex. And that's such an important piece, because as we start doing the critical client flow, and we'll talk about some of the common issues that pop up, people try and do multiple critical client flows at once. They try and think about multiple target audiences. They think about multiple different product lines. They'll think about all of the different variations that might need to be systemized. Oh, what happens if the client says this? Or what happens if the client says that? And again, just in the head, the work that needs to be done just expands. So we need to shrink it all the way back down to, if we have to start somewhere, and this, that whole idea of how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. So we have to narrow that focus down, and we need to think of a core product or service and just focus on that. And that becomes your primary responsibility as a business owner, to lead the team to document that and get a way of doing things for that one piece, because you'll never be able to do the entire business unless you can first do that little piece. And I want to shift, while this is important and oftentimes for a lot of business owners not urgent, we need to kind of make that shift to make it important and urgent, because not systemizing your business is actually costing you so much more than you realize. It's creating stress in you by not having a systemized business. It's taking your time. It's taking your time away from your family. It's taking your time away from working on things that only you can work on. It's robbing your team of efficiency. It's stopping the business growing to the level that it could. There's so much that happens by not having systemized your business, and you're getting stuck just grinding away, delivering and in the day-to-day operations, and you're working on things that are not scalable. Like when you do the work for a client, and every time you do the work, you're getting paid for your time. So when you stop doing that work, you stop getting paid, and the business kind of grinds to a halt. So you as a business owner want to be working on the things where you do the work once, but you get paid for it for a lifetime. And that's really what systems are. You're working on things once that then identify your way of doing things that then enables your team to consistently deliver. So that's like a huge part of, let's move this idea of systemizing your business from it's important and not urgent. Let's make it important and urgent.